with. My brand and business is Lovepetals Crochet. I am a crochet designer, a crochet instructor. I have a boutique located in San Pedro, California, and CRAFTED at the Port of Los Angeles. I love to tell this story. I almost tell it every day when I'm on one of my platforms going live. When I was in elementary school, they had after-school programs. And there was a little old lady that came to the after-school program and taught a few of us young ladies how to crochet. So our first project was like this little bookmark. It's like a chain, and you double crochet 3 in each, and it kind of twirls around and it makes into like a little bookworm.
Right.
And you put some little googly eyes in it. That was my very first project. And so I did learn how to crochet from her. Then shortly thereafter I moved away. Back then we didn't have cell phones and things of that sort, so I wasn't able to keep in contact with her. I'm sure she's no longer with us because now I'm probably the age that she was when she taught me. But I do really wish that I had the opportunity to go back and speak with her, show her what I've accomplished and what her teaching me has led to, and you know how it has enhanced my life, you know. So but I'm paying it forward by teaching crochet, and then I have gotten feedback from some of my students about the impact of me teaching them, and so my goal is just to be for them what she was for me. Well, crochet's my passion. I think I got the idea from you. When I was introduced to you, you did not actually have a per se boutique, but you were in downtown Los Angeles, right, in your studio. So then shortly thereafter, you know, there was that other platform with the E, because I'm on, right? And so I heard of that, and I just kind of opened up my site there and started putting things there and you know, offering it to people. But then not long after that, I found out about CRAFTED, and I came here to visit and saw all of the makers and all of their gifts and talents, and it just inspired me, and I just really wanted to do the same. I wanted to open up a store. So when I applied, they said yes, and I got scared. So I didn't respond. I didn't even answer back. I just lost my guts. And then I came back again, and I inquired for a second time, and they said yes. And so I thought to myself, you know, you can't keep asking and then you don't show up or you don't respond. So I said okay, and I just came in and just started making it happen, and it's just been an amazing journey. It has. The positives are I get to share my gift with a wider variety of people, right? Because I'm not just in a box or online, but they can meet me, they can come in and see my items, and I'm blessed to be here because I'm not really popping up every week different places and having to lug and set up and all that. I'm stationary, I'm here. So I enjoy that. I enjoy being able to teach and be hands-on with students and those things. The negative is that people want to come and finagle prices with you, like we're in a swap meet, or like it's just, this is handmade garments. They're designer garments. Most of my items are one of, or if I make more than one, it's a different color, or I add a different little twing to it because I like everyone to walk away with something original. So I've encountered people coming in and taking pictures of my garments. I've even seen ladies coming up and like taking their camera and like zooming in and counting stitches and things to remake. Yeah, I've encountered a lot of that. So I've been blessed to not have any of my things taken except for one thing, and that was a really, really cherished item that I didn't think anybody would be concerned about, and I was really disappointed that, wow, someone took this, you know? But other than that, I don't think I have too many negative feelings about it. Yeah.
The internet is so different than when we started 15 or 20 years ago,
Right.
and what they're making is immediately seen in tens of thousands of numbers, but they don't know 10,000 of your followers saying, I want one, I want one, I want one.
I made a blouse just on a whim for myself, because I get a lot of people that say, why don't you wear your crochet in your boutique, right? Well, because crochet is a slow make, and if I'm making something for the boutique, I don't have time to make something for myself, right? And if I want to wear some crochet item that I made for myself every day that I'm in the boutique, I would have to have like a wide, and I don't have the time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much. But I love making the garments and having them available for other people. But when I made that top for myself, I said, oh, I need some content for the day. So I just went and made like this reel. I didn't even put any effort on it, right? I just put the top on it, put the top on, set the camera up, and just did 2 or 3 little quick poses, right? And I just put a caption, put some music on it, and threw it up. Didn't give it a second thought. I woke up, my phone was like bing, bing, bing. It was coming. This went on for days, several days. I was like, all of these other fantastic reels I made, and you guys chose this to, I mean, it was a cute blouse. I'm not going to say it wasn't, but I was just really, you have no idea when your reel or when your garment's going to catch on, what's going to be the ticket, right? So I got a lot of people requesting, oh, I love that. Do you have a pattern? I didn't have a pattern because I was just throwing something up there. I had to go back and take the time to make a pattern, to go back and answer, because I think people, when they say, I want to go viral, they do not understand what comes with viral.
Right.
The millions or thousands or whatever of comments, you must respond to these people because they're your tribe, and they're, you know, complimenting you, they're requesting patterns, they're requesting, you know, whatever it is they want. You have to answer them, right? And the demand or the pressure that comes on you from that, you know? So, yeah, that's my spiel. That was one of them. And then I also have my fashion shows. And so the very first one I did it in collaboration with another designer. We did it here at CRAFTED. It was an amazing, amazing event. I am planning to have another one this year. And we had a very great turnout. We had a great lineup of other crochet designers with all different styles. And it was a really big accomplishment. I was very, very proud of that. Yeah. Patterns are the same. Granny squares, double crochet, all of those things. But I've seen the younger, the most recent crochet designers that are learning, they're learning quickly and they're popping stuff out, right? And some of that stuff is so original and so eclectic, right? It makes me I'm flabbergasted, like, wow, I would have never thought to put that twist on it or to do those things. Like, I see them taking it to a different level, you know? So same pattern, same stitches, just a different spin on it, you know? Which is bringing it more to the forefront, which I love. I did. I have very horrible feelings about it. I do. I had a custom order and they paid for the order. I inquired about measurements and all those things, and they said, oh, I need to lose weight. And I was I think I spoke with you about this. So I was kind of new to it, so I didn't know to refund the money and to say, you know, when you lose the weight that you would like to lose, then come back. So I put a timer on my calendar. Oh, let me get back to her in the 3 months that she requested. So finally, when she was ready, I started making the garment, and then she started complaining. I went to them and said, I'm having problems with this customer. What do you think I should do? Their response was, well, you're the designer, so whatever you say, we're going to stand by you. Well, I looked up and they refunded her money and asked me to refund it. And I said, no, I don't refund custom orders. Once I start on a custom order, I'm not refunding money. So they shut my page down. And that just really did something to me, you know. That was before I had my own website. So now that makes me tell other young up and coming, make sure you have your own, because if you're on someone else's platform, they can shut you down at any moment. You'll lose contact with those people. You won't have email address. You won't have anything. So my response when people say that, good luck, because I have a bitter taste about them.
I was shut down once, and it was my wake-up call as well. The CEO did dip his head back in the door, and within a snap, my shop was back from being suspended.
You lose all the contacts because they didn't allow you to get the customer's information. So I had followers, I had people who had hearted my page or all those things, and I lost all of that, you know.
You have a lot of people that can create your design onto an AI model. It's getting so good that they can just like post it, and not that they can make it, but you really don't know what's real and what's not real.
About 6 months ago, I had someone contact me and say, hey, are you getting married? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they said, oh, you might want to go over to this place because there's something about you on this. So I go, and there's a picture of me in a long white dress that I had designed. It was a wedding dress, but it was just a design for a fashion show. And I was wearing it, and the person took that entire picture off of my page and posted it in a group, right? And created a whole story about me. That I was their 60-year-old godmother, that I was getting married for the first time at the age of 60, and I decided to make my own dress, and they're very proud of me. And if anyone is interested in purchasing said pattern, because they created a pattern, they could reach out to them for it. I was livid. I was like, so I went on to the post and was like commenting to several people like, this is me, this is my design, this is not true, I do not know this person. So I went to their actual page and said to them, like, you need to be ashamed of yourselves, this is not true, you stole my my design, right? And if you are offering it to people, that's not very ethical. I contacted FB, because that's where it was, to do a dispute, and I never heard back from them. I think the person on that group never responded, maybe blocked me where I couldn't go. Yeah, it was really a weird, because I felt kind of weird, like, wow, somebody's out here creating a whole storyline about me, you know? But it was really weird. Yeah. Very excited about that. Because my thoughts about crochet, it was a dying art, right? It was dying, and people also felt like crochet was a granny, you know, oh, you need to be a grandma sitting in a rocking chair drinking coffee crocheting. That was their impression. Because when I designed my daughter's wedding dress and she was telling her friends, oh, my mom's crocheting my dress, people were like, what? Your dress is gonna be granny square? She was like, no, it's not. Because their impression of crochet is that it's like some little old who wants to wear a crochet dress. So when 2020 came, they were home, first of all, needing to find something to do, found this as a hobby, probably went on to the university to learn, right? Or they were finally stuck in the home with their mom and grandmother and could be patient enough to learn. But once they learned, they saw, oh, this really is a cool hobby and skill to have, you know? And now it's out, which I love that it's out and so popular. Yeah. Well, what I found from students who are new in learning, that they want to rush into it. They don't want to take time to really learn and hone in on the skill. So when I'm teaching, I'm always saying, practice, 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 right? Because that's not going to make perfect, but it's going to help you hone into your skill. Nobody's perfect. I make mistakes all the time and have to rip out seams and, you know, all those things. But you want to get better in your skill and technique, so that what you're offering to people is top quality, or the best quality that you can offer, instead of just some, oh, I made this and it's, you know, the tension, you know, all the things are not correct. So I would just say, take your time, learn as much as you can, learn how to read patterns, get really comfortable with your stitches and all the tools, and then let your creativity flow and, you know, find your niche and let loose. Ooh, that's because when I came here to this boutique, I just said, oh, I want to have a boutique, and I was offered the space, and I just came in not knowing anything, right? Wet behind the ears. There's a lot to it. It's a lot more to it than just crocheting and having products to offer. It's the back house, right? Having your point of sale, marketing, pricing correctly. You know, are you taking custom orders, or are you just selling off the rack? You know, making sure you're with the trends, but also knowing your niche and your style and staying true to yourself. Monitoring your money, taking out your taxes, making sure you're up to date with all of that. It's a lot to the back house part of that. Having an email list, marketing, I mean, it's so much. So yes, I would encourage you to take your hobby or your passion and make it more of a business, but make sure that your back house, or you get someone that's going to teach you, a mentor, so that you will, you know, be doing things correctly. I know the first thing would be exactly what I just expressed about this boutique. I did it backwards, right? I just came here. I wanted to make it pretty. I wanted to make pretty things and offer but I didn't have my back house in order. So that is a big regret, because I kind of had to walk backwards and then redo a lot of things. And I did have a coach at the time, but she wasn't familiar with the crochet business. And so that's what I try to do now, is like help other up-and-coming designers or crocheters, right? So I know that's one of the things. And the other thing is really knowing my tribe and knowing what they're asking for, right? Because I can make a million things that I like, but if my clients and customers don't like them, then it's all for naught. So you have to pay attention to your tribe. What are they asking? Because they will tell you by asking questions. Do you teach classes? Do you have beanies? Do you make dresses? Do you do when they ask you those things, they're actually telling you what they want, and then from there you can make an informed decision. Which part of these things or all of these things do I want to do them? Do I not want to do them? Yeah.
We have debated about market prices, the speed of the crocheter or knitter, the time that it takes. We've talked about designer brands who have made crochet items, selling them for thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. Where do you stand on pricing in our industry, and what would you suggest even for yourself and for people that are starting?
That's so hard. It's so hard. There are things out now, safety pins, that have 6 single crochet on it and going for almost $800, right? Very, very frustrating, because I'm sitting here working my fingers to the bone to make a quality product, and then I get people trying to nickel and dime and finagle. I try to keep the prices moderate, but I'm also trying to be realistic, because this is my business. I make a living from my business, and my time is money. I'm buying quality materials. I think I'm very good and skilled at what I do. And so when I get people that are trying to nickel and dime me, it's frustrating. But it's also hard because there are other crocheters that are new, that are making things with maybe lesser quality yarns, maybe not as skilled in their craft, right? And they're pricing so low that there are people questioning my prices, right? Well, I can get this from John Doe for $10, but you're offering it for whatever, right? Right. So the only thing I can say about that is you should probably go back and talk to John Doe, because the price is the price. And honestly, sometimes the price should be more. I'm trying to keep it, but when people are finagling you about, they're not your client, right? And so honestly, I'm doing myself a disservice by trying to keep my prices moderate when I know it should be more, right? But it's hard sometimes to sit in my boutique knowing that I have beautiful things and try to price them down, and they're just sitting because other people want them to be lower. So it's just hard. It's just a give and take, and it's no one knows the actual ticket, right? Because my name is not up on a marquee, then I can't you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. It's a debate that will probably go on for ages. No, ma'am. I do know that there is a special place for men. If there's a man that crochets, people love it. Oh my goodness. And he could be making the same thing that I'm making, and I'm pushed over to the side and everybody's running for autographs. It's amazing. And that does not matter what the race of the male is. It's just the fact that he's a male. Okay? It kind of is still cliquish. Great word. It's still cliquish. And I'm about building community because I feel like crochet is one color. Right? I feel like if you're a crocheter, we're all family. We're aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces. We're one color. And so I try not to even think about it. I just try to stay in my lane, keep my head down, hold my hook in my hand, and do what I have to do. You know? My brand is Lovepetals Crochet. My WEBSITE is the same name.com. And most of my platforms, if not all of them, are also Lovepetals Crochet, at Lovepetals Crochet. I am located again in San Pedro, California, at CRAFTED at the Port of Los Angeles. Crafters is a big maker's warehouse with a lot of gifted, talented makers. Our address is 112 East 22nd Street in San Pedro, at the port. We are in the planning stages of having a Black History event here at CRAFTED. It will be generally for everyone, but the Black or African American makers that are here are all gathering together to bring in pop-ups, to bring in entertainers, singers, poetry, dancing, all different things to just showcase. So I'm excited about that. That will be at the end of February, and I'll be saying more about that as we get things really planned and the date gets closer. I will be going to a quilters convention in April. In April, and presenting a class, a 2-day class there. I'm preparing for my own fashion show. Just stay tuned for that because I'm excited. I'm going to invite a few other designers, but it won't be as large as the previous ones have been.
Well, thank you, Tracy of Lovepetals Crochet. I really enjoyed this interview. I look forward to more success for you. And thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you, my love. You know I love you, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you because we both have a love for crochet, and let's see where this goes, and we'll do more things together.
Absolutely. Renaissance Austin, Lovepetals Crochet interview with Tracy Smith, signing off.